Hey everyone, Jesse here with AutoAide, and today we're going to be changing the oil and filter on this 2019 Dodge Caravan. And before we get started, we want to go ahead and make sure this vehicle is at operating temperatures. So make sure that oil is nice and warm. Two reasons why we want to do that. One is actually the oil is going to come out faster, so it'll be a quicker job. And the second reason is we're not going to allow time for the contaminants to set in the nooks and crannies. So that's why we want to go ahead and do that warm. All right, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and chock those wheels. All right, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and lift it up. So let's go ahead and find a good lift point. All right, we're going to go ahead and set our jack stands, and the indication point is marked by this triangle here. So this is where you want to go ahead and set your jack stands. What you don't want to do is set it on the pinch weld. Don't do that. Once you have your setup, you're going to go ahead and pop the hood. So now we're going to go ahead and take off the air hose. It's got two screws, just a flathead screwdriver. Go ahead and loosen those up. One here, one down here. And now we have access to our oil filter cap, which is right here. All right, to remove the oil filter cap, we got a 24 millimeter socket. Now we're just going to remove. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove just by simply pulling up and out the old oil filter. And now we have our O-ring that we want to go ahead and take off. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and pull that thing off there. Now we're going to go ahead and slide our drain pan into place. Go ahead, I'm using a 13 millimeter. Go ahead and loosen your oil plug up. And now we can take it off by hand. All right, you want to get some fresh new oil and go ahead and coat that O-ring. We're going to slide that back on and make sure that we put it in the right location here. So one common thing that I guess some mechanics are seeing is people putting these O-rings in the wrong slot. So make sure you get in the right one. And then we're going to take our new filter. We're going to press straight down on it until you hear that click. That's how we know it's in there. All right, now that we got our new oil filter on, we're going to go ahead and put that down in there and just hand screw that on there. And then we got to go ahead and torque it to 18 foot-pounds. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get our air hose on there. Make sure you're not pinching the hose anywhere around the seams. That's going to cause a leak and cause an error code. And now all we're going to do is go ahead and tighten this down to secure it. All right, once it's done draining all the way, we're going to go ahead and clean the port as best as possible. Go ahead and get our plug. You're going to go ahead and start that by your hand. Go ahead and clean that. Get our drain pan out of here. All right, now we're going to go ahead and torque these to 20 foot-pounds with our 13 millimeter. So as soon as we hear that click, we're good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and refill it with SAE 5W20. So we can see that on the cap there. Go ahead and put our funnel in place. And then we're going to be pouring our oil. It's going to take 6 quarts. All right, now we're going to go ahead and place our cap back on there. All right, so now we're going to lift it back up just to get it off the stands. Go ahead and ease it down. Go ahead and remove your chocks. All right, after running it a few minutes, we're going to check our oil level just to make sure that it's in the safe zone, which it is. Everything looks good. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and reset the oil light. So here we can see that it's going to come on change oil. So we're going to go ahead and reset that. And how we're going to do that is we're going to turn it to the on position, pump the accelerator 3 times within 10 seconds, and then start the engine. So what that's going to do is actually reset it. So when we turn it back on, it's not going to show us that change oil light anymore. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for more. And if you have a question, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Thanks.